guys, what's going on? It's your favorite candy lady, Miss I Candy, and I have my chicks with me, and we're talking our topics. So y'all, the TV dramatic series Roots has been remade.
Yeah.
Okay, and I did actually. We watched the first episode together at my house, and then it's 4 parts. Now, I recently watched all 4 parts. Now I watched the original Roots, excluding the first episode. I always skip the first one. So this time I had Bucks and I had Miss Penny come over, and we watched the first one. Actually, I had to get through it because the first one is the one that gets you the most. You know, it's just the most. The most struggle, seeing them get taken away and seeing how they were treated on the boat. It's just a lot to see, and I like the new series because they show more
of the interaction. Yes,
about Kunta being the Mandingo warrior. Now he became in the training for it. His family life. I like seeing that.
I did too. So it added some history.
It did. Yes. So it was a good thing. So it's a lot of people that's been going in on Roots. They don't like it. They're saying,
here's my favorite comment. It read, people, aren't we smarter than Roots? That was the comment that was made. Aren't we smarter than Roots?
Okay. So people have an issue. Okay, Snoop Dogg recently made a statement that he wasn't going to watch Roots. Basically, he was boycotting Roots because he's sick of the slave movies. And I get it because it makes you feel a certain kind of way when you're black. And you watch a slave, it gets to you. You watch it, you get angry. Then you gotta go out in the world and deal with people.
And actually interact
with people of other ethnicities, and you just kind of
you be sad. You know how people's went through? Right? You know what kind of funny? You feel a little kind of way. Right,
I definitely, and honestly, we're tired of seeing us as African Americans being beaten and being raped and being called names. Like, it is hurtful to see it, especially when we see them over and over again. And those movies are the ones that get us the most awards. So I can understand someone being frustrated and tired of watching them over and over again. However, I do feel like they're necessary. I feel like they're necessary.
First of all, it opens up conversation. I have a 10-year-old son, and right now in society, he is public enemy number 1. The cops are after him, meaning him as an African American male, and not literally. My baby is not no criminal. Okay? But anyway, the authorities are after them, and then they have themselves inside of our own community. They are killing
each other. Right.
There you go. So to me, I needed my son, my 10-year-old, to watch it, to know where we came from, to be proud of where he came from, the fight that we made. The
fighters in us.
Yes, why we're so resilient of a people, why we get through so much is because of where we came from, our ancestral, or in our heritage. Right. It's in us. So I needed him to watch it, but to hear another grown African American man put that out there. Aren't we smarter? Why aren't we teaching our children about this? Why would we just forget about that whole part of our life and just pretend like it started?
I was talking to Miss Penny and you guys know Penny, she's one of our ladies on Chick Chat, as we were watching Roots. And Penny had said that they were taking out slavery in history books, and they were putting in that the Africans just came
hell not
for a new life and a new experience. And this is going to be, and I was like, are you serious? And I haven't done research yet. I haven't done the research yet. But if this is true, this is more important for why we need to watch this. We need to have our children watch this and keep this history going. Yes, now I know there's some type of, controversy with the actual Roots. Is it a true story or not? But it's based on true experiences. It could be somebody's life. Yeah, showing exactly how they were taken and the way they were treated. That part is true. Right. Women were raped. They were
runaway slaves' foots were cut off.
Their heads, their arms,
whatever. That did happen. That was someone's reality.
Right. So I personally feel like it's necessary to watch it, and I know it was already one out. Some people's thing was the first one was better, and I feel like the first one was good. However, I like the second one because the second one
elaborated.
It gave you a little bit more into the story. Right. There's new graphics or whatever, and they weren't forgiving with some stuff.
And y'all forgot my husband T. Yes, his name was Clyde. But no, Cyrus.
Okay, but for me, I really truly did enjoy it. I I just finished it actually yesterday because I DVR'd it, so I had to watch it, when I could. And I cried. I boo-hooed through the whole thing, and it is hard to watch as a African American woman. Just because you can see people just mistreat people for no reason. It's like
they thought it was like cattle, like animals. It was hard for me, the rape part. And I didn't know, like, watching it with my 10-year-old, if I should like make him look away. But I didn't. And he had like a lot of good questions. Like it like opened up like a whole different world of conversation for me and my son. Whereas like he lives in a world right now where everybody gets along. He goes to a performing arts school where it's very diverse. He has like Latinos and Mexicans and Caucasians and Africans and African Americans. He has like a big melting pot, and I think that that's kind of how you would like categorize his school. It's like a melting pot, and everybody kind of gets along. It ain't the white boys over here, and it's just like everybody together. It's weird, it's just like So I didn't know if having my baby watches was open up a can of worms, or a lot of things I didn't want him to feel, but I'm glad that I did do that in like a controlled environment so I could give him the right. Because like, what if this would have happened, like something racist would have happened to him, my baby might not have knew what to do with his feelings or how to handle them. So I'm glad we did that in a kind of controlled environment so we could discuss
have a conversation.
Yeah,
I feel like he's at the right age to know this kind of stuff, and I feel like children do need to know their history. I feel like for us as African Americans, we need to get back to being a community and loving each other and showing each other. And it starts with us as parents teaching our children.
It takes a village.
Right, because I feel like a lot of people my age even hadn't even seen the original Roots. And it's like, why haven't you seen it? And I do feel like it's something we need to see. It's
right, I didn't see all of them.
We read the book and seen the movie.
Yeah, but it's something we should see. It should be mandatory for us to see because it's what happened to us.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll help us love each other more. It'll help us come together more. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. It's my history, and I appreciate it. It's hard to watch, though.
It is.
It
took
like it's hard to go to work the next day.
Oh Lord! And
watching the first one.
Cause you be like,
when we was upside doing this.
We was
undercover,
crying, getting emotional and stuff. It's very hard to watch. It's very hard to stomach.
And like it opened up the doors for me to introduce my son to people like Frederick Douglass. Like now, because the movie touched like at the end, it touched base of the slave revolt and Frederick Douglass and how he started it. So I told my son we're going to get a book about Frederick Douglass. But it also
like Nat Turner, talk about Nat Turner too.
Right. Yeah. And also it kind of to me like brought up some things like to me like, oh, you know what? I really feel like the proclamation, the end of the what is it called? The proclamation, what is it called? Emancipation Proclamation was a crock of shit. Basically, he signed that because of the slavery revolts. They were getting like massive, and we were like getting smart, and we were already outnumbered them as it was. So they had to sign it to have harmony, or we was gone. Like, so I kind of, in a sense, kind of wish he didn't do that. Because like where would black people go? We would have maybe had a stronger impact because we would have fought for it. They signed that paper and to calm everything down. But had we revolted and came up and made it, maybe the blacks would have been like the rulers. You know what I mean? You never know. They did that to hush us up.
The good thing about it is bringing it out at the time that they redid Roots or whatever.
It's a great time.
With the political situation and the racial tension that's going on in America now, it's really good. America was built off of slavery. It was built off of being racist.
Off our backs.
Right. So make America great again. Is this what you're talking about?
Right.
Because that was not great.
Well, y'all want to try us again? Because we educated. We can read now.
Okay. She said we can read now.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's good, and I feel like Roland Martin, he's the newscaster for TV One's news, and he also does radio. He did a comment back to Snoop, like, and I agree with what he said. Snoop, ended up calling him names and being ignorant with his little comeback. But what he was saying to Snoop was, if you don't like this kind of stuff, why don't you fund some type of stuff you want to see, as far as us being kings and queens and us being rich people and doing this kind of stuff? Because your movie claim to fame is Soul Plane. Not
even Soul Plane. It was a car wash.
Right, but you ain't done nothing that shows us in a good light either. Your music doesn't portray us in a good light.
No.
Your image doesn't portray us in a good light. So how can you sit and
talk
talk about
something,
this when
right?
you're in a position to do something and you're not, but you're criticizing? That's typical. That's very typical to down some stuff when you ain't trying to do nothing to make it better. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
but I'm just like, that's why I love T.I. because he would play a role like that because he on top of the political things. Speak out about Trump, fuck Trump, all that. You know what I'm saying? So I could see him. He did a great job as being Cyrus, but this is where I kind of like critiqued it. Like, why was those slaves side clean though? Because they was supposed to be dirty. I didn't like that part.
Well, they did bathe. I mean,
no, they just had holes in their clothes, but like they ain't. I don't know. They was just too fine.
And you know what? This is what I liked about it too, because if you watch the first one up to the fourth one, you can tell that the civilization changed. Because
their clothes changed.
It did get a little better for slaves.
Yeah.
It was still horrible.
Right.
It wasn't ever good. Like you see in the fourth one, they was raping, Tom's wife. That pissed me off. I was all the way mad. Like, how y'all, I can't take it. Stuff like that just really pisses me off. Like, it really pissed me off. But you could tell from the beginning just to going up. You know what I mean? But it was like the little dude's bastard ass son. I'm happy they killed him in the end. Spoiler. But he deserved to die. But anyway, we gotta go. So, Roots, y'all, the new Roots.
Check it out.
I think you should watch it.
Yes.
Let us know what you thought. Did you like it? Did you think it was a waste of space? So what? So
not with T.I. then.
Hello. We're gonna talk to y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. And we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Deuces.